So I am not a car person at all, but I saw this car and I folded like a damn lawn chair. I was like, I need that. Spontaneously ended up buying it, wrapping it in satin black, and I'm gonna show you it in a second. But before I show you it, I actually wanna read you guys something. It's very important to me. So I'm gonna put it up on screen right here and read it real quick. And it says, "The next decade will be amazing. I will possibly be married by the end of it, and I'm here in high school at the beginning. I have lots of goals for myself. One everyone calls me crazy for is I want to be a millionaire with time and location freedom. I've told a lot of people and they always say, no shit, or me too, and laugh, but I am dead serious. I really mean it. I will be a millionaire by 2030. I've already started 2 businesses at 17. I'm about to make it 3. I saved up $1,000 for my job. I'm buying courses left and right. I don't want to drink or party. That's for later in life. I'll drop out of college by year 1 or 2 and go all in. By 25, I'm going to live my dreams. Call me crazy or delusional, but it will happen. It's a matter of when, not if." So that was when I was 18, right after I turned 18, and I'm currently 23. I dropped out of college after a year and a half, and currently am now starting to live my dreams finally, after locking myself away for 4 years. And the number one thing I want you guys to take away from that is, number one, you have to have major ambition, but number two, most importantly, is you have to be a little bit delusional. So there's a lot of people with a lot of money in the world, but there's not a lot of people that had time freedom, that have location freedom. And I had this vision that I could create it for myself, but not only create it, but create it while I was still young. Not when I was 50, not when I was 60. And I obsessed over it day and night, day and night, and day and night. And that's the reason I have the things that I have. So without further ado, let's get into it. So on the way to the car now, the only thing I dislike about it is I'm on like the 10th floor of my parking garage. So it takes like 5 to 10 minutes just to get in and out of the building, but it's worth it. Oh, and one other thing, I'm probably hiring a videographer. So if you're in the Miami area or willing to travel, definitely hit me up on Instagram. But yeah, so here is the car. We got a C8, wrapped it in satin black. Like I told you guys, I saw this on Instagram and absolutely folded. Dark gray rims. I was going for either gray or black. I think the dark gray looks really good. Red brake pads, red interior with some carbon fiber on the seats. The back, you can see there's a trunk back here. The engine is in the back or the middle. Left some gloss black accents, so you can see on this part, and then also the mirrors are still gloss black. If the hard top was up, it's down right now because it's convertible, obviously. The hard top is also gloss black. And then the front, I didn't even realize this until after I bought it, but there's a frunk, which basically just pops here. And you got a hood in the front, or a trunk in the front. So something really cool the car does every time you start it is it does a nice little like animation right there of the Corvette. You can see this is what it looks like from the interior, red basically everywhere. You have the park, reverse, neutral, drive, paddle shifters on the sides, as you can see there and there. And overall, this thing is insane, I won't lie to you guys. So I'll start it up. Some other things are, obviously you have different modes. So it's in tour mode right now. If I put in sport mode, you can see, basically you can configure it so you can see how loud you want the engine to be. Steering, brakes, yeah. There's tour mode, there's sport mode, there's track mode. Track mode is obviously the most intense. Something cool that Corvette does is they actually fly people out to Las Vegas and let you race your car on their track. I think I have to pay a little bit for it. I've kind of thought about it. And then you also have Z mode right here, which is basically just like your custom mode. So yeah, that's the car. I'm gonna put the top up now so you guys can see that going in motion. Kind of feels like a spaceship every single time. All in all, the car cost me about 80 grand after taxes, after getting it wrapped. And honestly, I feel like it should have been more. Yes, it's excessive, I won't lie, but I believe it's important to reward yourself. And yes, I could have went for a Lambo, Ferrari, but I don't think it's really ideal for me right now. And I also think it's a bit excessive, at least for the stage I'm at in my life. This is sick. And yes, you can say, oh, you're gonna lose money. Oh, you should have put the money in the stock market. It would have been much smarter. Yes, I do have investments. Yes, I invest a lot of my money now, I do. But the ROI of owning this thing at 23 in Miami, being able to rip it down the highway, and the memories I'm going to be able to create, the memories I already have after just owning it for 1 month is unmatched. Just being able to watch this video back when I'm 50 or 60 is going to be like, holy shit, that was sick. And I can honestly tell you, this is the greatest purchase I think I've ever made in my life, 100%, without a second of hesitation. So yeah, if you're on the fence about buying something, just do it. Life is short. Go for it. Why not? Especially if you're working hard every day, you deserve it, whether it's something small, whether it's something big. I remember one of the first things I bought for myself in business was I bought one of those like Oculus things when I had like a little goal for myself. And then it kind of like kept going up. Like then I went to a Rolex, and then I went to an AP, which I actually didn't buy an AP. I went to New York to look at APs and join their waiting list, but it's either you buy it from the secondary market and it's like 45K for a watch, or you can wait for AP to call you back and you can get it for like 25 to 30K. For those of you that are not into watches, that probably sounds insane and you're like, why would you ever spend that on a watch? Number one, they resell at the exact same price basically. So if you buy it for 30K, you can essentially sell it for about 30, if not more. So watches hold their value extremely well, and it's a present for achieving certain levels or goals in my life. I also do believe that for whatever you do make, you should be able to give back to some extent. So I do donate to charities. I also have bigger goals for myself, obviously, than just stuff like this. So to give you guys my biggest goals I'm working towards in my life right now, it's two things. If you asked me a few months ago, it was definitely very different, but I've had new perspective. I think number one is hopefully giving back to my mom, my dad in some way more. I already do a little bit, but I want to be able to either retire my mom. I don't think she would let me though. I think she enjoys working, or pay off their house, something along those lines. I think that would be pretty cool. And then secondly is honestly just enjoy my life more, which I'm starting to do. I locked myself in a room for 4 years and didn't have any life experience basically aside from building a company. And now I'm actually starting to have some fun. So yeah, that's me. That's the car. I hope you guys enjoyed.